Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, and community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9.
Welcome to the City Manager's Report, a look at city updates and a preview of the next Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda.
And thanks for joining us for this edition of the City Manager's Report. I'm Andy Raddick, and in a moment we'll be joined by City Manager Rebecca Grill. In the first half of today's program, we'll have a summary of municipal news updates, including information from your city departments. And in the second half of the program, we'll highlight items from the upcoming Tuesday, March 11th Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda. And with that, we bring in our City Manager, Rebecca Grill. And Rebecca, we're very happy to have you here today, and welcome to the program.
Thanks so much. I'm so happy to be here and being with the community. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I know that you've been on board for a short time. You've been here a little bit, and we're glad that you could jump in and be in our program here today. Actually, we'd like to start out just learning a little bit more about you, and if you could tell us a little bit about your background, maybe where you've worked previously.
Sure. It is my 9th day here.
Okay. All right. So no pressure.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I started my career with the Department of Corrections at the Ethan Allen Boys School in Wales, Wisconsin, and I was a youth correctional officer there. And then I went to work for the Corrective Sanctions Program, which is where the youth would get released with the anklet, the electronic monitoring. And then I worked for the Public Safety Department in the Housing Authority in the city of Milwaukee. And then from there I moved to the City Clerk Common Council for the city of Milwaukee. And for the last 10 years I've been at the city of West Allis as the city administrator and also the city clerk for the last 4 years, which is a little bit challenging to handle both of those roles at the same time, especially last year during the presidential election.
Oh, I'm sure. And trying to manage all of the city administration at the same time. Right.
Mm-hmm. It was a little challenging, but there's a great team there that helped support getting everything done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and working in those different backgrounds, you have quite a variety of experiences there. Are there any initiatives that you've been involved with previously that maybe stand out to you that you enjoyed working on?
Sure. I'll just talk about the city of West Allis. One of the main things there that I was tasked with was working on doing a rebranding, a marketing and engagement campaign, and we were very successful in the rebranding. Another thing that we worked on was having a virtual city hall, so providing 24/7 access for residents to get services from the city, as well as just streamlining the processes so they're done electronically and things like that. And in the last year, I also provided leadership development training for a group of the employees there. So I really was excited to mentor them, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, very good. And what attracted you to Oshkosh?
Well, what I usually say is the water, because it's surrounded by water here. But there's a lot of economic development opportunities here. There's so many amenities with the museum, the library, the parks, and everything. There's just so much going on here, and I think it's a real gem that people don't realize outside of the EAA. There's so much more here. Right.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think those things get sort of lost, and you realize the depth of what Oshkosh actually has. There's quite a bit.
Yes, definitely.
And is there anything that you're excited to get to work on in Oshkosh?
Well, I think, as I mentioned, the economic development opportunities, there's just so many opportunities. I know there's a lot of things going on right now. There's a downtown plan. There's a lot of everywhere you drive on the riverfront, there's a lot going on. So those things, working with the community members, getting to know the employees, everyone's been really welcoming and helpful. So I'm just really excited to get started working with the council and the community and the team members here.
Well, we're very happy to have you. So,
Thank you.
So welcome aboard. Well, let's dive into some items
Sure.
that we can talk about relating to some city departments and some other things that are going on around Oshkosh. Housing has been a focus of the city, and trying to create more housing opportunities for residents. And there are two major housing projects that we have talked about previously on this program. There's a project underway for 60 residential units on the south side of the Fox River. And this area is what sometimes is referred to as the Boatworks property. And so this will really help with redevelopment in that area. So that's one thing that we're excited about. And you mentioned the water, and this is something that is actually kind of close to riverfront. So we are excited about that one. And then also, if you're maybe somewhat familiar, on North Main Street and Jefferson Street, there is a development that is called the Corridor, and that is underway. It's a 55-unit development that will provide workforce housing, and it will also include a proposed 2-shift childcare facility. So I don't know if you've been familiar with something like that before.
In Milwaukee, when I worked in Milwaukee, there were some of those opportunities for people for childcare. But I think, as you mentioned before, housing is a real challenge for people. So having the city invest in that, and also childcare, it's a challenge for people to afford and find high quality childcare. So this is really great that we're investing in these options.
So it's really an issue across the state, really.
Yes, most communities are facing some types of housing shortage. And going back to West Dallas, there's not a lot of places to develop. It was mostly redevelopment. So we worked a lot with developers and with condos, and more recently lots of apartment buildings. And I think that's really been a focus for some of the larger communities, and as Oshkosh as well. Well,
and we'll continue to update folks as these progress and as other opportunities become available.
Definitely.
All right. Well, one of the amenities in Oshkosh that people enjoy is that we have a wonderful Oshkosh Public Library, and they actually have an exciting new feature. They have a 3D printer. I don't know if you've ever worked with a 3D printer at all, but patrons may submit ready-to-print designs or use software that is available on library computers to create an item for print. So that's kind of exciting.
I have not used one before, but I'm having a tour at the library, I think, coming up next week, so I'll have to make sure that I stop by and take a look at that. That's a great opportunity for the community.
Sure. And staff are available by appointment to help users learn how to design using the available software. There's a small charge to cover the cost of the items that they need to create the print items, but folks are encouraged to contact the library, and I believe there's a phone number.
Sure, they can call 920-236-5205 or visit the library's 3D printing webpage to schedule appointments.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's very exciting. I know that those 3D printers are available at some different libraries around the state, and it's exciting to have one right here.
Yes, definitely.
So, a new option for folks. Okay, well, we talked a little bit about housing, and a very active organization in our community is Oshkosh Healthy Neighborhoods. And there are several neighborhood associations around the city. They are having their spring rally coming up on April 5th. And this is really an empowering event for neighbors to strengthen community ties and to enhance engagement. Their spring rally will include breakout sessions on communication strategies, neighborhood operations, and accessing grant funding for projects and events. And I know that different things will be happening at that rally as well.
Sure, they're going to also have lunch and a group wrap-up session. There'll be different presentation given by experienced volunteers, community leaders, and even our city staff. And this will give people a lot of opportunities to network and valuable insights to uplift their neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, that is coming up Saturday, April 5th from 9 a.m. to noon. That's at the Oshkosh Senior Center. And they would ask you to register today at the Oshkosh Healthy Neighborhoods Facebook page. There's a registration link available there, and you can find out more about it there as well. Very exciting for our neighborhoods in Oshkosh. All right, well, we just, speaking of the Oshkosh Senior Center, they actually have a very busy spring season ahead. There's always a lot going on at the Oshkosh Senior Center. Have you had a chance to visit
I
the
have
Senior
not,
Center yet?
but that's another one of the amenities that's so great that exist in the city of Oshkosh. I believe they're having an Irish Fun event on March 18th.
That's right. Yeah, Irish Fun event. They have that annually, and participants can purchase tickets for that dinner for a holiday-themed event with entertainment and a dinner. Limited tickets do remain for sale at this point, but contact the Senior Center for that one. And also, this is the Senior Center's 50th anniversary this year, so that is pretty exciting. And they have a little bit of an event coming up for that.
Yes, that'll be on Monday, April 7th, starting at 1:30 at the South Building. It is free to the public, and so really need to have people come out and celebrate that 50th anniversary.
Right. Yeah, we don't have many events like that. That's
No.
quite a milestone, so that's great. They also have an event coming up Thursday, April 10th. The Senior Center is participating in Pump It for Parkinson's, and that is an activity and movement challenge at the North Building. Interested participants can learn about Parkinson's disease and participate in activities. So again, that is another option for folks to participate. You can learn all about the Oshkosh Senior Center. Check out their latest edition of The Current, which is a wonderful newsletter that they produce. That is a monthly newsletter, and it's available on the Senior Center website, which is also available through the City of Oshkosh website. And print copies are also available at the Oshkosh Senior Center, as well as many other locations. And if folks have any questions for the Senior Center about these activities or anything else, you can contact them at 920-232-5300 for more details. So it's an exciting place. There's a lot going on there. All right, another exciting event happening through our Oshkosh Parks Department is Breakfast with the Bunny, and that is coming up on Saturday, April 5th. They have breakfast with the bunny and also an egg hunt in the barn. And this is an event that is a partnership with the Winnebago County Parks Department. So all these events are happening at the Sunnyview Expo Center, and it looks like quite a fun event for the family. It looks like they have a lot going on.
They're going to have games, prizes. You mentioned the egg hunt. There's even going to be photo opportunities with the bunny. IHOP pancakes will be served.
That's new this year.
Yeah, that's very exciting. One of the things people need to know is that the tickets need to be purchased in advance. So they can either do that through the Parks Department webpage or in person at the Parks Department office at 805 Wetzel Avenue.
Right, exactly. So it's been a very popular event for a number of years, and again, it's coming up again this year on Saturday, April 5th. All right, then we also wanted to point out that Oshkosh Media, we are covering some local candidates forums. Again, we are in election time of year again. And Oshkosh Media has been collaborating with the League of Women Voters of Winnebago County for over 25 years to produce candidate forums for Oshkosh voters. And I believe that we have several races that will be covered.
The Oshkosh Common Council, the Oshkosh School Board, and Winnebago County Executive. And those are going to take place on Thursday, March 13th at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And to watch those forums, if you don't attend in person, you can watch much the same way that you're watching this program right now, through GovTV on cable, through a streaming device. online at oshkoshmedia.org or through the Oshkosh Media YouTube channel. These will all be posted after the fact, so you can definitely tune in and check those later on. Again, that spring election is coming up on Tuesday, April 1st, and folks can visit myvote.wi.gov for all of the details for election information.
And also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that they can request their absentee ballots at myvote.wi.gov. So just from a clerk perspective,
yes,
you can find out all information regarding elections there.
Right. There's quite a bit of information, even a sample ballot, all
Correct.
things like that.
Yeah, you can check if you're registered, or if some, tells you what you need to bring for ID, what you need to bring for registration. If you moved, you'll need to re-register, those type of things.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. It's a one-stop shop for elections.
Yes.
And we wanted to point out also that in-person absentee voting, or some folks refer to that as early voting, will begin on Tuesday, March 18th at 19 East Irving Avenue. And folks can learn more about early voting, in-person absentee at the elections page on the city's website, or more details will be coming forward on the city's social media sites. But your dates and times for in-person absentee voting are on the screen. There are a variety of days and times, and there's also a Saturday available there. So folks have a lot of different opportunities for that that in-person absentee voting.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we just, for sure, just wanted to encourage folks to take advantage of that, for sure. All right. Well, Rebecca, I believe that we've covered our topics for the first part of the program here, and it's time for us to take a short break. Please stay with us for some highlights from the upcoming Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda, and we will be right back.
My name is Mike, and I'm the DAV.
My name is Annette, and I am the DAV.
I'm Lee, and I'm the DAV.
I'm Dick, and I am the DAV.
I'm Steve, and I'm the DAV.
I'm Rod, and I'm the DAV.
I'm Adam, and I'm the DAV.
I am George, I am the DAV.
We are the DAV.
DAV, fulfilling our promises to the men and women who served.
And welcome back to the City Manager's Report. I'm Andy Radig, along with City Manager Rebecca Grill. Let's turn our attention to the agenda items from the upcoming Tuesday, March 11th, Oshkosh Common Council meeting. And Rebecca, we have quite a few different things on this upcoming agenda. And under our consent agenda, we have a few items here. We have an agreement, a cooperation agreement between the City of Oshkosh and the Oshkosh Area School District for operation of the Pollock Community Water Park. And these collaborations are very important.
Right, it's always great when you can work with other community partners to provide services to community members, and this is an excellent opportunity, an example of that.
Right, and I know that the school district and specifically the recreation department works with providing the lifeguards for the facility, and so there are opportunities there as well as other operational needs for the water park. But as folks can see from the video, it is a wonderful facility, and especially I remember last summer we had some very warm days, and that was a busy place over there. So
yes, I wish we could sign an agreement for that type of weather to be coming now, but
I wish it would be, but you never know.
Soon.
It is Wisconsin, so you never know. Just wait a couple days,
yes,
and it'll be warm again. So, but always happy to see these collaborative agreements for sure. Okay, then we also have another item here, approve appointment of city manager as City of Oshkosh representative to the East Central Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission. And maybe you can educate me a little bit about what that organization is, or a little bit of background about that.
Sure, this is a group of people that get together to help coordinate economic development opportunities between the communities. There's a lot of communities that might not have city planners or specific staff to assist with that, and this group is one of the items they're tasked with is to do that. So I'm looking forward to serving on there, should the council approve this on Tuesday.
Sure, very good. Have you been involved with organizations like that previously?
When I was with West Dallas, I didn't sit on the commission, but there was one there also that we worked together collaboratively in southeastern Wisconsin.
Okay. So this would really be another opportunity to collaborate with other municipalities in this region, right, and to work together.
Yeah, and other intergovernmental organizations.
Sure. Okay, very good. Moving along on the agenda, we also have a couple of items, termination of tax incremental districts, and we have two of them. There is the number 12 Division Street redevelopment, and then also number 28, the Oshkosh Beach Building redevelopment. So if you could speak to the importance of closing a tax incremental district, actually maybe backing up a little bit, what is the importance of one of these districts in the first place?
Sure. The tax incremental districts are used as an economic development tool. So a lot of communities have challenges getting different businesses to come in, and this is just one of the tools in the toolbox to help finance different type of opportunities for development and things like that. So when you see termination, it doesn't, in this regard, it's not a bad thing. It means that it's been successful, and now we're ready to close this, and so this will give the opportunity for funding to come back to the taxing authorities, such as the city, the school district, and the county. And then going forward, all of the properties that were in the district, they will be paying property taxes, so they'll support the city services that way.
Mm-hmm. So actually that increases our tax base by closing these?
Correct.
Okay, all right. I know that there are several of these around the city, and it's good to see that they are accomplishing what they're designed to do.
Yeah.
And so we can continue to move along with these. So thanks for that insight on that. Then we also have another item. We are getting into construction, road construction season, which means it's spring, and that's a very good thing. So we do have an item here that is a fairly major one. This is Michigan Street and West 11th Avenue reconstruction, $7 million plus contract. So, just the importance, if you could just mention a little bit about the importance of awarding these bids and getting these things moving along.
Sure. Part of the capital improvement program is fixing roads and things like that. And so this is a bid for that. It is also accompanied by light poles and fixtures. So usually when you do projects, you not only are doing the roads, but you might be doing sewer, water, whatever, and also lights, fixtures. You try to handle all of that at one time. And as you mentioned, this is just a demonstration of that we're moving into the spring and summer season.
Sure. And I suspect we will be seeing many more of these on our next agendas in the upcoming near future. Wanted to point out, it was up on the screen just briefly, we do have a dashboard that is available for residents. It's very detailed and it's very nice. You can look at the projects that are coming up for 2025 and actually in the years going forward. So a lot of times we have questions from residents about when is my street being redone, or what areas of town do we need to be concerned with for reconstruction. And that dashboard does provide you with a lot of detail as far as what projects are coming up, and there's a map that will show the areas that are being planned to be worked on, and dollar amounts, all sorts of things.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's also for future years, because these are things that take a long time for city staff to plan and to execute. The contracts get approved by the council, and so it's not something that it's just from year to year. We do plan several years ahead.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like some road projects are just randomly chosen from year to year. This is very detailed planning that happens many years in advance.
Yes.
And not only that, but we also have projects up there including stormwater projects and other things that might not necessarily be road construction projects, because our stormwater projects are just as important as maintaining our roads. It's important to avoid flooding wherever we possibly can.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of information that is available there.
Yes.
All right. Then we also have, under our new ordinances, we have an item where we are looking to put a, let's see, we are actually changing our municipal code for speed limits for boats, prohibiting water skiing, wakeboarding, aquaplaning, similar activities on the Fox River. And this would be from the Leach Amphitheater up to Lakeside Park. And really, this is all about safety, and this is all about preventing shoreline erosion. So those are the concerns here.
Right, and so this is the first reading of that ordinance. It'll be on next Tuesday, and then it will be on the following council meeting. But as you mentioned, it's important due to the safety and also the erosion.
Sure. And Oshkosh does have, because of the many water bodies that are running through the city and around the city, there are a lot of concerns with making sure that we maintain our ecological needs, as well as maintaining things in good status for boaters and recreational use as well. So this is just one of those. So definitely keeping track of that. And also our Oshkosh Parks Department is very involved as well with maintaining our boat launches and different amenities that are available for folks to use. So our rivers and lakes are a very key, important part of our community.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I believe that's about the time that we have today, and we really appreciate you joining us today and for coming on board, and very happy to have you in Oshkosh.
Yes, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy to be here.
Well, very glad to have you.
Thank you.
And again, thank you for joining us today as well. We appreciate your time and for spending a little bit of it with us today. Again, that Common Council meeting is at 6 p.m. this Tuesday, March 11th at City Hall. That is at 215 Church Avenue. You can watch that live on GovTV, which is Spectrum Channel 10, UVerse Channel 99, and streaming on YouTube at oshkoshmedia.org. Or you can listen to it on the radio. That's Oshkosh FM 101.9, which is also online and on the TuneIn Radio app for phones and tablets. You can also use your favorite streaming device, including a Roku device, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV. Just search for the Oshkosh Media app. You can always visit our YouTube channel for government meeting archives and the full library of Oshkosh Media programming. Again, join us again in 2 weeks for another City Managers Report, and thank you for joining us today.